A warm welcome to episode 2. Now stop, if you did miss episode 1, it's I think probably the YouTube video in the list here beforehand. Don't forget to subscribe, then they'll pop up into your inbox. Anyway, so my name's Hugh Williams. I'm the host of At the Checkpoint podcast and YouTube channel for the over 30s who are looking to get into ultra running or already there, and for those that are ready to compete rather than complete. This is the 3-day special of training in the heat, sponsored by MyRaceKit. So let's just dive in. So we've gone through a lot of the basics yesterday on the top 10 tips for training in the heat from yesterday. So tip number 1 today is run in a loop. What you can do is if you can run in a loop or an area where your car is parked, then you can keep your water in the cool bag and you can run on the loop back to your car, have some more water and then run again. It's very simple, but it's very effective, especially if you don't want to be carrying a bottle around with you. You know, if you're doing tempo or speed training, you can run back, have your swig of water and then back out. Especially for hill sprints and so on, have your car with its water, but with loops, park or have the water ready in a cool bag in your house. And that's tip number 1 for training in the heat. Number 2, manage your expectations. Okay, you're going to have to pull it back a little bit than normal. Run at a slower pace. So the summer pace might be, say, a 12-minute mile. Come winter, you'll be back doing a 10-minute mile. Because you'll have carried on through the summer, you'll be stronger, and fitter and faster by the winter or the autumn time. But manage your expectations. Run at a slower pace. Okay? Number 3, plan your training route in a shadowed area, so where there's shade. So this could be running through forest, through trees. Golf courses are really good. There's normally a pathway there. You might have to go backwards and forwards in this area, but it's shaded. So if you do need to go out training during, the hottest part of the day, make your route in shade. So look for the shade where you live and, train in that area. Once again, it might have to be backwards and forwards. You can use that for your fartlek or your speed training. But yeah, look for shade because it's going to make a heck of a difference. So that's number 3. Number 4, shorten your warm-up. Your body's going to be a lot warmer anyway, so shorten your warm-up to how your body feels and the actual temperature. Okay? So shorten your warm-up, it's as simple as that. That's number 4. Number 5, treadmill. Okay, treadmill. This is where you can push at a pace you'd normally be running at in the colder weather. It's also where you can really work at your plan, without having to, lose a day because of it being too hot. Don't be afraid to spend the entire summer months on a treadmill. If your only time of training is whenever it's really hot, get yourself into a treadmill. Elite runners do it, join them. Treadmill. I won't say treadmill again. Number 6, don't overestimate your abilities. Okay, very important. So if you're starting to feel a bit dizzy, sweating more than normal, nauseous, just not really feeling it, stop. Okay, and get into the shade. Relax and get yourself home. It's as simple as that. Be aware of, your own maintenance. So don't carry on if any of the heat stroke symptoms are starting to flare up. I'll put a list of how to find out about heat stroke and what to look out for in the notes below here. Number 7, cool down time. If there's a lake, river, sea, pool, shower, anything nearby, get yourself into that and really soak it up and enjoy the cool, nice liquid on your body. You're gonna need it afterwards. So yeah, tip number 7 is get into the sea, pool or shower and get nice and cold onto your skin. Number 8, heart rate monitor. Now, these are cheap enough to get with your watches. You can wear them around your chest. They're not 100% accurate, but they'll give you a good idea if you're overtraining whilst you're running. If your heart rate is going above what it's normally at, reduce, as I said earlier, your expectations. So go on heart rate rather than on speed. So check your heart rate, check in with it and run to that. Heart rate training, vitally important in the heat because it'll give you a heads up if you are starting to deplete in energy or if there is something wrong, especially if you're training in really, really hot weather. I've seen this happen to people in the marathon disables who aren't used to the hot weather, and like us Brits, whenever the hot weather comes, we all go out in it. They were running at max and their heart rate was through the roof. It was almost 200, 210. They had to pull out of the race due to this. So once again, expectations, but wear a heart rate monitor. They're worth their weight in gold. Okay, and that was number 8. We're now on number 9. Number 9, guys, pack, roll up, fold down a £10 note or a €10 or $1, whichever country you're in, and pack this into your shorts. This is just in case emergencies where you might be flagging or things are getting a bit wrong. You need to phone home, you need to get some food in the shop, some banana, some potassium, some crisps, some salt, Gatorade, Lucozade, just in you because you've had to abandon your training. So always pack some cash. You might have to phone a taxi to come and get you, and then at least then you've got money to take you to the nearest town. Always pack the cash. All right, guys, that's number 9. Number 10, if you are taking the car, pack a towel. I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you put a towel on the seat whenever you're driving back, it's nice and cold and it just soaks up the sweat. Okay, guys, it just soaks up the sweat. So that's number 10, and it's the end of day 2 of tips of running in the heat, sponsored by MyRaceKit. Now tomorrow is day 3. Don't forget to subscribe, because what we're going to be doing, as well as the top 10 tips for training in the heat for day 3, we're also going to be giving you a discount code to use at MyRaceKit, and anything that you think you want to purchase, well then you've got your discount code. You can also pop into the shop in Essex or up north in Sheffield for one-on-one advice. But tomorrow, make sure you watch, because we'll be putting in the notes a discount code for MyRaceKit and everything I've just been talking about. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow.